Hello? 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 Can you guys hear and see me? Yes? Sorry for the delay. I was trying to set up my lavalier mic so you guys could hear me better. And they updated the software, so I had to like relearn it. It's working. Good. Hello. Hello. Yay. How's the audio? Is it decent using the lav mic? It's a bit quiet. I guess a bit quiet is better than too loud. That's good? Yes? Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'm not going to turn it up because it shows it's peaking. Yay! All right. Anyway, I haven't done a live stream in a while. I know I said I would do them once a month, but I don't know. Got busy. So, what are we going to talk about today? Updates on the Celica. Well, I mean, there isn't really much updates to give you guys on stuff because you see every day of my life on this YouTube channel if you watch all the videos. So, if you didn't see it in a video, it didn't happen. It's basically, that's how that goes. The Celica, so I guess what I can really say of the Celica is I ordered some parts for it to do a surge tank. So I have to do that. And since the factory fuel tank on those cars does not have a pump in it, it was a mechanical lift pump on the side of the engine. So it does have the pickup has two stainless tubes that go all the way down the bottom, just it doesn't have the little filter sock like you would have on a fuel tank with an in-tank pump. So there's stuff there that I can work with to modify potentially, because I'd like to try to keep as much of the tank as original as possible. But this wasn't like super necessary, but it's not a bad idea. So before I send the car to my dad, which there's no rush right now because it's not like you can drive that in the snow, I got to do that. So I got to do the surge tank, and which means the super loud Bosch 200 fuel pump that I have on there, that's going to get moved into a surge tank. So it won't be a crazy loud fuel pump on startup anymore. So it is what it is. But yeah, and then I have not been able to find brand new genuine Toyota BBTI cam phasers. So I haven't really looked super hard, to be honest. I've been so busy, but I have to find those. So, and I want OEM Toyota ones, brand new ones. So yeah, just got to find those. Got to do the fuel tank. I bought an extra wideband to add that into the other bank. And then the only thing left was just to loom up the wires, put them up under the dash. Got to thread a shift knob for the shifter. And some little tiny like bits and bobs. Redo the spoiler mount internally, just so it's a little bit more rugged. Yeah, and then send the car to New Hampshire. So it's pretty much done. Okay, so there's that. Let me chat with you guys. I missed the super chat. You enjoyed the Supra videos that you bought a model kit so you can build your own. The new Supra or the Celica Supra I had. Oh, I have something I can talk about on that too. Have I had any luck on my real estate mission? I didn't know I was doing a real estate mission. So, there's that. What did I just... Sorry, my brain broke. I was going to answer two things at once, and then I forgot. Oh, Supra. How's the kitten? He's not a kitten anymore. He's a year old. So, he's a little ball of doom. Celica Supra. Oh, so the guy that won the Celica Supra giveaway, Jay, I don't know if he's watching this, but he sent me an email. I hadn't heard from him since the giveaway ended, and he sent me an email, and he was he shot his shot. He wanted to know if I would be willing to trade the Z for the Celica Supra, because I guess since he won the car, he lives out in rural Texas and the Celica Supra is really low. So since he won the car, which is like, I think that's going on 2 years now, he has hardly drove the car at all because it's really low and he can't really drive down his road where he lives. So it's just kind of been sitting in his garage. So he wanted to trade, and I don't know. I don't know. I have no answer for that yet. I thought that was kind of intriguing. I don't know. What would you guys do? I don't know. Have I ever driven a Cybertruck? I have never driven a Cybertruck. He said tell him to kick rocks. I don't know. Like, I really liked the Celica Supra. That's a tough one. They're both in about the same shape, to be honest. They're both, I don't know what car is worth more. I went through mechanically the Z more than I did the Celica Supra. Like, the engine in the Z is stout, ready to go. I bought parts to do a transmission rebuild on it, put new bearings and a clutch and a flywheel, and bought some parts to do on the Z. I haven't really bought much for it though. I don't know what to do with it. I didn't expect to still have it. I thought for sure the winner of that giveaway was going to choose the car. So when I ended up with it, I was like, I had no plans on doing anything with it, so it's kind of weird now. That's why it's just sitting there. I need to drive it so that way the gas doesn't go bad in it, which is what happened to MR2. MR2 still runs and drives, but the gas is like 2.5 years old that's in it, and you can't siphon it out, and there's no drain on the tank. So I got to get the gas out of the fuel tank of the MR2. I guess I could just crack a line and use the pump to drain it. So, yeah, downside of letting cars sit. At least I start them though and run them. The Z has more clearance. Does. The Z is not slammed. It should be. No, I don't know. I like the way it sits. I like the meaty tire look. So let's see. What else? I'm going to respond to you. I talk too much, so I give shorter answers. Shorter answers so I can answer more of your stuff. Thoughts on F1 championship? I don't follow F1, so I have no clue. That's a rich people sport. I'm not in that pay grade to pay attention to that sport. How do I manage car insurance? It's expensive. Frankenstein that thing. Robo bubble generating much income. It's doing good. It's not like I ain't retiring off of it. It's good in the fact that it makes me a little less stressed on YouTube being my main source of income. But I'm not, you don't see me driving a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or something here, so. Not that I would. If I ever did buy an exotic, to be fair, the Ur Quattro is kind of an exotic car. It's a 1980s Audi R8, if you look at it in that sense. That car was like, I looked it up once, it was like 55 grand back in 1983. That was an exotic car back then. But if I ever did buy an exotic car, it would be probably one from the 80s or 90s, probably 80s. Yeah. Did I give the CRX a name? No, because it never had a name when I first had it, so, you know, I'm not gonna change anything now. Did I see Honda's new reproduction part announcement? Yeah, but it's for the first gen NSX. The CRX, I'll believe it when I actually see parts. I highly doubt I'll be long done that car before any parts come out for that thing, if I have a feeling. Do I still have the Bronco? Yes, it's sitting right there. You can't see it, it's off camera. Nowadays NSX would be, yeah, NSX would be good. I don't know. I don't know what. I'd want something weird. I used to always want a De Tomaso Pantera, but those are stupid expensive now. I remember when they were cheap-ish for what they were. Thank you. Is your name supposed to say Napalm? N48 PM, Napalm. Thank you, Napalm, for the super chat. Hello from Maine. What car would I most like to restore? Sorry if this has been asked before. It hasn't. What car would I most like to restore? The CRX. That's why that's happening. I don't know. I wanted to restore the car I first had in high school. There's a possibility too that my original CRX I had in high school might still exist somewhere out there. I don't have the VIN number. I can't find it. When I sold it on eBay a very long time ago. But I don't have the VIN, so I can't look it up. It had 250,000 miles on it when I sold it, but it was pretty mint. It was in really good shape. It was in New England, so the potential rust could have got to it. But the person I sold it to, I don't think they were going to drive it. I think they lived in Virginia too. I think they lived further south. That car could still be out there. It'd be wild if it was. You're just going to ask what I'm going to do with the Z. I don't know. I got one thing to handle at a time. Will I out metallic paint on this CRX? CRX is getting factory flint black metallic. I'm painting it the original color. I thought it was repainted just gloss black, but the paint is so faded on it that I couldn't tell, but I polished a little spot. It is flint black. So they repainted the original color. But, yeah. Ever thought of restoring a tofu delivery car? Hashirokus are neat, but they're pretty expensive. Does Charlie have the utility truck? Yes. So the tan F350, the single cab truck, the Cummins is in it. It starts, it runs. The gauges work on the dash. He's done a little bit of work on it. It needs the drive shaft shortened a hair. It needs a downpipe made and an exhaust and some other wiring, a little bit more wiring left, and then a bed on the back. It's pretty, he doesn't really get a chance to work on it very often, but it does run, and it runs now. That's pretty neat. It fired right up, so it's getting closer. It's been sitting outside for going on 2 years now, so hopefully, it's single stage. Hopefully, it still looks shiny. It's waxed, so. Starion or a Conquest? Starion. The same thing, but. Do I ever get stuck and just don't know what to do? Off-road or work-wise? Work-wise, I don't have time to get stuck. I literally am I wake up and I work, and I go to sleep and I wake up and I work. If I'm awake, I'm working. I don't have time to get stuck. Have you ever lost a penguin during review? I've left them in press cars before, and I usually get ransom photos. So yes. I'm pretty sure the people at the press fleet agencies have multiple of my penguins. How's Charlie's back? Better. Not like healed, like all gone, but better. Do I think I'll get access to a new charger? Yeah, I could probably. Usually Stellantis is pretty good. It's very few car companies I'm able to do this with, but usually if I send them an email, I'm pretty good at getting whatever I ask for from them to review, with the exception of a Viper, because I've asked for a Viper. Obviously, I don't make them anymore. So I'm sure if I ask for one, they'd probably send one. So I should probably do that. I also want to, I don't know, I like reviewing just basic stuff. I want to review, even though it was in production and then went out of production, I would like to review the Warlock with a V8 in it. I really like the Ram Warlock with the Hurricane engine in it. So I want to get one with a V8 and do a review on that. I think, I don't know. Or it would be nice to review a 6.4 gas air HD Ram. I haven't reviewed one of those. Hello from Casa Grande. Where did I get the front lift support for the CRX? Front lift support? Front lift support? Front, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the yellow cart that I have under the front of the, you talking about that thing? The little yellow push cart? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Lift support. Am I dumb? Am I just not grasping this right now? I don't know where I got the yellow push cart. I think I just bought, I think I ordered it online. Click the like, someone said click the like button. I don't ever ask people that. I figure if what I'm doing on the internet is good, someone will click the like button on their own. I don't want to beg you to like and subscribe. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I don't think in 9 years of doing this I've ever asked anyone to subscribe. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, maybe in my really old videos I might have done that, but I'm pretty sure I haven't. You have a 71 240Z looking for help doing some body work. You have trust issues. Suggestions. Well, it depends where you live. My philosophy of paint and body work is do it yourself. If you want it done right, do it yourself. If you don't have time to do it, that's like something that's getting harder and harder to find good people. There's there's a girl on Instagram that, I don't know, I think she's up north somewhere, like Michigan maybe. Auto Body Barbie. She looks like she's amazing at paint and body work. I don't know where she's at. I think she has a shop though that does it as a business. I would look her up. That's one of the few people. And what's the Paint Society people on YouTube? I've watched enough of their stuff that they seem like they'd be fine. I don't know if you can hire them. I know they do. I don't know if social media is their business and they don't actually have clients or whatnot, but paint and body work, I don't know, just learn how to do it yourself and just invest the time. It's not like it's mentally difficult to do, it's just time consuming. What are you saying, penguin burger, and then someone saying take a vacation? I can't take a vacation. I wish I could. Anyone that understands algorithms knows why I can't. That's the thing that sucks about, I literally rely on this income to survive. So, ouch, that was my knee and that was a metal bar. Sorry. Ragnar? It's doing good. Tony, the guy that owns it, lives in New Mexico, keeps it in his plane hangar. He has a stunt plane. But yeah, the last I knew, the Beetle was doing good. Maybe he's watching this. I don't know. Tony, if you're watching this, respond to the question about your Beetle. It's kind of neat being able to see what's going on with past cars. The TT, the guy that has the TT now, he lightly, I don't want to say crash. It needs a front bumper cover. The front bumper cover's cracked. So he's trying to find a bumper. Honestly, I'll just do the VR6 bumper. I think it looks better. Any of you have a VR6 8NTT bumper? I know someone that needs one. How often do I bang my head? Are you implying that I've been dropped on my head a lot? Fair. How's my injury? I've been feeling better. I feel fine. Hope I don't, I'm full of bruises. I look like I get beaten. Why are penguins invading Arizona? Do I actively work on losing my accent? I lost my accent when I was in the military. I never really had, you ever notice that if you live in a part of the country where there are strong accents in that part of the country, do you ever notice that people, like, you have to default back to grade school and high school for this, but did you ever notice that there were just some people that never adopted the accent, never really got the native accent? I always notice. I feel like I never really had a very strong accent. Not as strong as it could be. So, I think it's because I purposely mispronounce words a lot. And I can't say I purposely misspell words a lot when I'm editing videos. I don't, like sometimes I swear I'll type in something spelt correctly into the Final Cut editing software, and then when I render the video, I'm like, what the hell, it's spelt wrong. I don't know if like Apple auto corrects it to the wrong spelling sometimes. I'm not trying to make up excuses, but sometimes I swear stuff ends up misspelt. But I don't know. How do I say aluminum? Did I just blow your mind because I said aluminum? I say aluminium because it's funny. Because I get so many comments from people, why do you say aluminium? I can say aluminum. I say it so much in videos now that sometimes I'll say aluminium without thinking about it. I don't know. Favorite whiskey? I don't drink. So, alcohol causes inflammation. It's not really the greatest on your guts. Although I love wine. I miss wine. That's the one thing. Wine and tequila were the things I enjoyed the taste of. Is it hard to find parts? The Beetle build was part-wise. Finding parts was meh. Difficulty on the Beetle. It was possible, but a lot of stuff was super expensive. The Celica wasn't bad because of Toy Head Auto. Rick is the guy that owns Toy Head Auto. He's got a pretty good place to get parts for those first-gen Celicas. There's a couple other places too that I found parts for. The Ur Quattro actually is not as bad to find parts for, and Audi is going to be putting parts back into production for those cars, so that's amazing. So I'm so excited they were going to start making parts for that car again. Not that I need any right now. There's a couple little things I'd probably replace. I don't necessarily need it, but the CRX though is a nightmare to get parts for. So hard to find, and it's mostly just like plastic doodads and rubber bits and carpet, glass. Honda is, I don't know why that car is so hard to get parts for. I mean, I do, and I don't know. It's kind of silly. OE cleaner is a bit intense. Do you have any plans to modify the scent? Oh, you don't like the scent of OE? I like the scent of OE clean. So, I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. I can do different scents, but I wanted OE clean to just kind of have like a neutral, plasticky kind of. I wanted it to smell of automotive manufacturing, plasticky stuff. So I don't know. I don't want to screw with that one. I could ask for some samples, but I kind of like the idea of it smelling like plastic. I don't know. Now, the one that I can't really do much about the scent is the fallout remover for cleaning brake dust, because you're not supposed to breathe chemicals in. So it's supposed to stink for a reason. It's kind of like a, hey, don't breathe this in. That's why I feel weird about making any chemical a scent, because that just, remember the smelly markers? I'm dating myself, but the smelly markers? Tell me that wasn't just like enticing kids to smell markers. Like, why would you scent something like, I don't know. That's the way I feel about it. What type of animal is a penguin? What kind of a question is that? Scent of a new car is kind of attractive. So the scent of a new car is actually a smell of plastics and glues off-gassing in the inside. So it's in fabric too, but most of it is the plastics and glues off-gassing. I think that's actually, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but if you like let a car sit for about a month or so, the inside of it gets filled with this weird kind of like haze on the inside of the glass. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is actually from off-gassing that happens. Am I right? I don't know. I've heard that's actually what that's from. I don't know if there's a chemist in the chat somewhere that could explain that. Someone says they remember the scented markers. Yeah, the licorice one was my favorite. Everyone hated the licorice one because it smelled like turds, but I liked the licorice scent. The green one wasn't bad either. I am correct? About what? Who better to date than yourself? I don't, that doesn't make any sense. You love licorice ice cream? There's a licorice flavored ice cream. Is that like a British thing? Like the British all sorts candy? My grandmother was British and she used to bring me those things from England all the time. The little licorice all sorts. That's like the little stacks of like licorice. There's like a black, white, pink, white. I don't know. Those ones, and then the round ones, and then like the one that looks like a bumble ball. I like those. Off-gassing of glues and plastics inside automobile interiors is the casualty of the haze. Ah. So that was. They got fish ice cream? No, they got fish ice cream. I mean, I don't want people to send me food. I was gonna say if you send me some, I'll eat it on a live stream, but I'll find some. If there is some, I'll find some and I'll have some. I can't eat dairy, but I'll make an exception. I'll have fish ice cream on a live stream. I've always wanted, I know it's kind of dumb, but I've always wanted to do the hot ones challenge on a live stream. I don't know, I can't eat gluten because it makes me like sick. I won't die, I guess I could do it. I'll just be miserable for a week. I don't know if all the sauces are gluten free. Hello from the Philippines. CRX rat poop. It is 100% gone. There's the only thing that smelled for a little while after was the floor from the poop liquids on the floor. That's gross. But yes, it's completely gone. I feel like is my dad enjoying the Celica? It's sitting right here. Like, there's no point in sending it to New Hampshire in the wintertime. I don't even want to take the chance of it being in an enclosed car trailer on icy, snowy roads. So at least here I can start it up and drive it every once in a while. So, and once I do the cam phasers and the surge tank, I'll put some miles on it to break in the clutch and then film the car view on it. I probably need to get started on that here pretty soon. So they have garlic ice cream. I like garlic, but that sounds disgusting. No, you can keep garlic ice cream. Purpose to this chat. Let's see. CRX update. Some of you had asked for CRX update. I'm working on the video for that currently at the moment. And then I have a video coming out for you guys tomorrow. That is a video I have never filmed. I've never filmed anything like this video on this channel. It still has some work involved where I do actual wrenching in it, the first part. It's like 2 videos in one. I probably should have made 2 videos out of it, but I like to work myself stupid, so I put it all into one video and condensed it down. It was like 500 gigs of footage, and it's very content packed. Tomorrow's video is very dense with content, and half of it's wrenching, half of it is adventure. And there's a little bit of history in it, kind of nature. There's all kinds of stuff involved in it. So it's a different one. I'm curious to what your feedback will be. I think some of you will like it. I think some of you that watch other genres of stuff on YouTube other than automotive, it might scratch that itch also. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Where do lost socks go? They catch fire. They catch houses on fire. Have I seen the GT? Yes, I have. I had a feeling that's what it was going to be earlier this year. Like the beginning of the year when I saw the Supra was getting phased out, I'll say it. I think I said it in a live stream. My speculation was that we were going to get a Toyota 2000 GT successor because we saw the prototype of the Lexus car, and I was just like, I wonder if they're discontinuing the Supra. I wonder if they'll make a Toyota version of that. I thought that it would be like a hybrid version for Lexus and a non-hybrid for Toyota. That was my guess. But anyway, the Supra, my other part of that was I was speculating that since we know the Celica is coming back, that the Supra is going to go back to what it used to be as a trim level of the Celica. So that's my guess, is that when the new Celica comes out, there's going to be the Celica, and then they're going to have a really high horsepower version. It's going to be the Celica Supra. That was my guess. I could be completely wrong, but that was what I was speculating was what was going to happen, which would be sick if they did have Celica and Celica Supra. Thank you, Evil Under T, for the super chat. Do I have a favorite OEM wheel? I don't know. I really like the wheels that come on the 25 Nissan. What the hell is that thing? Leaf. The one that looks like a waffle chip. Those are pretty sick. I think those will look good on a slammed Versa. Thank you, Moon Cookie. I like your name, Moon Cookie. Looking forward to it. I think you guys will like the video tomorrow. It's an interesting one. Those aren't penguins, they're puffins. I know they're puffins. I'm not changing what I say this far in. I'm well aware they're puffins, but I'm gonna keep calling them penguins. I'm gonna be ignorant like that. I don't see that Toyota prototype EV converter Hashiroku rotating manual transmission. Like, if it's an actual manual transmission with an electric motor in front of it, cool, because it is possible to put an electric motor in front of like Jeep did it with the Magneto concept. I thought that was cool. But if it's this fake simulated nonsense to make you feel like it's a manual transmission, that's just dumb. Like, it's fun for 5 seconds, and it's like, oh cool, look, it's simulating being a manual, and then you're just like, no, I'm just gonna go buy an actual manual. So yeah, if they actually put electric motor in front of a manual transmission, that'd be sweet. With a clutch and gears and synchros, that'd be neat. Do I search the Southwest for parts for my builds? Usually the whole country. I mean, I like this. The thing about the desert is, yeah, there's no rust here. You can find cars, 100-year-old cars here with just like light surface rust where the paint has been baked off. But what you won't find is 10-plus-year-old rubber and plastic pieces. So we don't have rust here, but all the rubber and plastic bits just crack and vaporize and shrink and disintegrate. So I got to get rubber and plastic stuff from the Northeast and then metal stuff from this part of the country. Ooh, 2 super chats. How about a Porsche Boxster? I like the Boxster. I don't know. I mean, the CRX isn't going to take as long as the Celica, just because I just swallowed a burp in case you're wondering. I'm not doing as much work, really. That's why I'm putting a little bit more effort into paint and bodywork and literally stripping everything down. But, I mean, I don't want to jinx myself. I don't see the CRX taking past the end of the year, next year. I don't know. I'm going to take my time on it, but, I mean, once the paint and bodywork's done, I just reassemble all the parts on it. I haven't done anything with the engine yet. I'm hesitant because the compression came back so good when I did a compression check on it. At first, I was going to do CTR pistons and like headwork and cams, but like it's so clean inside that engine and the compression was phenomenal. I'm kind of like, what the hell is the point of doing like CTR pistons and cams for an extra 15 horsepower? Like, I don't know. I almost just want to, I think more than anything, I would like to have it rev a little higher. I'd like to have it like rev into the nines safely. But I don't care if, like, it's not going to be as fast if I would have dropped a K series in it. I don't care how fast it is. It's like, fast is kind of getting overrated now when it comes to cars, because you could just buy a clapped out Tesla and it will be fast. You can buy like an old high mileage Uber Eats Tesla and then you'll have a fast car. So I don't care as much about making it fast. I want it to sound phenomenal and I want it to be fun to drive. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with the engine yet. I'm open to suggestions. Thank you, Bob, for the super chat. Oh, they just disappeared. They're there. How long can I get spare parts for my 97 Celica? I think you can still get parts pretty easily for that car, especially if you look in Europe. For sure, I think you can get parts for it. I would look on like eBay in the UK and stuff. I feel like you'll be able to find like the GT4 stuff in Japan too. I think you can get parts for that car. Geez, you guys are throwing all kinds of super chats. I don't want to make sure I don't miss any. What are my plans with the Datsun? I don't know yet. I don't know. Thank you, Beg Rackled. Whatever that is. That your name? Beg Rackled. Are there any cars that I particularly love, hate to work on? The Beetle was a little infuriating at times to work on. Not that it was hard, it was just annoying at times. The MR2 has onesie-twosie little things that are annoying on it. The CRX has been pretty simple, to be honest. CRX is a good project car. I feel any of those early 90s Hondas are great project cars. The Celica, super easy to work on. Even the Ura Quattro isn't that bad. I don't honestly. Yeah, the TT was probably the biggest pain out of all the cars I owned to work on. That car made me want to set it on fire a couple times. The Z, the L28 and the Z, that one, because it's not a cross blow head, that's kind of annoying, but I solved that by modifying the heat shield in it, so it's not as bad. Have I considered looking at actually importing a Japanese classic? Yes. I have. There are some cars I would consider. Right-hand drive is kind of like, you get so used to it really quick if you're used to driving left-hand drive, but it's kind of annoying on US roads. Like, it's like a minor annoyance. It's not like a big deal, but it's just like little minor annoyances where, I don't know, if I can get a left-hand drive one, I'll just get a left-hand drive one. You have a TT and you call it Narcissist? That's a good name for that car. When did automakers get rid of dipsticks for the transmission fluid? I've only owned one automatic transmission vehicle in my entire life, so I don't know. I don't even know if the Forester doesn't have one, and that's a 2015. I know normally I don't answer as many things in the chat, but I haven't done a live stream in so long. I'm trying to actually engage. The thing that's a downside of the live streams is if I engage in a bunch of stuff on the chat, then no one will watch it afterwards. And I can understand that, because why would you watch an old live stream? But I try to like balance it between having like topics to talk about for you guys. But I haven't done one in so long. I'm trying to answer as many of these as I can for you guys. Yeah, someone said German cars stopped having transmission dipsticks in 08. Sounds about right around then is when that happened. Oh, podcast. Yeah, I have everything ready to do a podcast. I just don't have a second me. I don't have enough time. I have everything ready to go, but like I'm not joking when I say I literally work every second I'm awake. And I just haven't, because I haven't done one yet before, there's the unknown of how long it'll take me to do it, and I can't afford any lost hours because I'll fall behind quickly. So if I had like a full-time assistant, I could probably make it happen, but I can't afford a full-time assistant, and I refuse to pay someone peanuts because, I don't know. So, I mean, I have Angel help out with filming car reviews. He does like the drone work because he has his actual pilot license and he has a drone pilot license. So you can do commercial work of drones. So he helps out with the drone and then the chase shots and stuff. But he's also busy too, so I only have him like 1 or 2 days a week. And I pay him pretty well, so I couldn't like afford him full time. So yeah, if I had an assistant, I would be able to do the podcast, but I don't know. I would like to do podcasts because I had like some really interesting ideas for, I already had like 2 guests that I wanted to do for you guys. So, and it would be automotive centered, but I don't know. It's something I think I would enjoy doing. And I think it would be something you guys would enjoy watching. I think it would actually be, because it seems like there's so many podcasts out there now. It's kind of like, oh, how cliche to do a podcast. But I think I would have something to offer for you guys that would be good. If you find parts, yes, if you find parts, I mean, I generally read all the comments on a YouTube video when it goes up for the first couple hours. If I'm not currently filming something else, like if I upload a video and I'm filming a car review the same day, it's kind of hard. I'll try my best, like intermittently to check comments, but generally I can see. Someone said in the past, like, hey, I found this part, and I saw the comment, so I generally see that. Especially if you guys upvote it. If you're like, hey, I found this part, and then everyone upvotes it, then bing, bang, boom. How do I source cars for review? They provide them to me. The manufacturers come to me. It's kind of, I don't know, I just fell into it. I fell into it because I started doing the car reviews for TFL years ago, and then the same people were like, hey, you have a big enough channel, we can give them for you too. And I was like, well, I'm not going to film 2 car reviews at the same time on top of all the other videos I film. So Chevy Daewoo. Look up Chevy Daewoo. What? No SEMA? No, I didn't go to SEMA this year. I don't know. I never get SEMA on average. When I do a SEMA trip, I generally spend between $3,000 to $4,000 to go to SEMA, between hotel, food, airfare, or if I rent a vehicle. I usually rent a vehicle while I'm there regardless. Just because you take one Uber and it's like the cost of literally Ubering once there's like the cost of a rental for a whole day. So usually SEMA costs between $3,000 to $4,000 for me to go. And it was really hard for me to justify that cost this year. I get nothing out of it. I think I've gotten like 2 or 3 sponsorships out of going to SEMA like 8 times. So it's kind of, I don't know. I go more than anything just to see people. Drive to SEMA. Yeah, last year I rented a Nissan Frontier and I drove, because I don't want to take my own vehicle up there and get all door dinged. So I rented a Frontier. It was a Pro 4X Frontier too. I think, was it a Frontier or was it a Tacoma? No, it was a Tacoma. It was a Tacoma TRD off-road. I don't know why I thought it was a Pro 4X Frontier. But yeah, stay in a cheaper motel. I don't want to get bed bugs, and I didn't stay in a very expensive one. I try to stay like in the middle. I was in the military long enough. I'm done sleeping in shitholes. So, and I didn't get like a super luxurious place. I got somewhere where I knew I was gonna have a clean bed that wasn't gonna have bed bugs, and I wasn't gonna find someone doing drugs in the stairwell of the hotel. So, yeah. And it's usually like only one, it's weird, it's usually only one night of the week the hotel room will be twice as expensive, and then the rest of them, it's like 100 and change a night. Stay at Nellis. I didn't retire from the military, so I can't just go on base. You have to actually retire to have base access, or be like a disabled vet. Wait, I think I actually can get on base to use the commissary. I think I remember getting something this year saying that they changed something that will allow, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to stay on Nellis. Nellis is not close to SEMA anyway. You bought some Robo Bubble? I get a lot of feedback from you guys, and it seems like everyone's pretty happy because Karen does the packaging pretty cute with the little robot tape and stuff. And yeah, I'm glad to see that you guys got good feedback, especially during the 280ZX giveaway. I got nothing but good feedback from you guys, so that's really good. Go to Groom Lake. I would like to do. Well, just watch tomorrow's video, okay? All I'm saying is watch tomorrow's video, and if it does well enough to pay the bills, I don't care about viral videos. I try not to ever get viral videos. I don't like doing that clickbait crap. But if it gets a good average amount of views, that it will pay for itself. I'll do something similar to that more often for you guys. I don't want to give away too much of what it is, but I like doing it. Maybe eventually, if I can have a robot, like if AI robots become a thing, I'll get a robot to edit for me, and then I'll have a second channel, and then I'll have a robot editor. Because I would say half of my week is spent editing. I probably spend 30 hours a week editing, I would say. And I got some more Robo. We're gonna launch 2 new Robo Bubble things here soon. We're gonna do. I just haven't had a chance, but we got 2 new things coming. You did a service on the Bronco and went camping. No, I need to wash the Bronco really bad. I was gonna do a detailing video, but I want the CRX down to bare metal and in sealer. Like, before I do anything on the Celica, before I do anything else, I gotta get this car stripped to bare metal and in sealer. And I'm gonna let it sit a little bit in sealer, and I'll start doing body work. And then once it's in primer, I wanna let it sit a little while in primer. I like to let it sit. I might push it out in the sun. But yeah. Me and you guys are talking about Robo. I wasn't gonna try to I didn't want to. I know you guys probably seen videos. I don't overly try to advertise my own products because I really don't want this YouTube channel just to be another asshole on the internet trying to sell you some stuff. There's too much of that. But you guys are talking about it a lot, so it's good to see that you guys like it. That makes me happy. A detailing video. I left the Bronco dirty since monsoon season so I could film a detailing video on it. And I don't know if you live in Arizona, you know how long ago that is. That's how long this thing has been dirty for, and it's making my skin crawl. So, yeah. I wanted to do dry ice in the bottom, but yeah, my ears are still ringing like a month later from doing the CRX. And I had dual hearing protection on. Still, I had tinnitus before, but my tinnitus is even worse now from doing. The only thing I can think of is to get one of the Navy flight deck full helmet hearing protection. That's the only thing I can think of to give enough hearing protection. Because it's when you're spraying certain contoured areas, it'll get up to 140, 145 decibels. It's like, how the hell do you, even with dual hearing protection, you're still well over 100. And it takes 5 or 6 hours to do that. So what do you do? I don't even know how you protect yourself for that kind of sound. It is probably permanent damage. I already have permanent hearing damage from the military. Like it's in one ear, thankfully, but yeah. So I was wearing 33 decibel foamy earplugs, and my muffs are from my Air Force issue ones. Those are also good for 30 decibel. They don't double like that though. So if you have foamies in with ear hearing like muffs on, if it's 33 and 30, you don't get 63 decibels of hearing protection. It doesn't work like that. So if you have foamies in and muffs, and they're both around 25 to 30 or so, you'll probably gain an extra 5 decibels of hearing protection from having the doubled up hearing protection. So yeah, I only know this from the bioenvironmental survey people that came out when I was in the Air Force, because I had to take them around one of the bases I was stationed at. I took the bio people around to different pieces of equipment, and they were doing sound readings of the equipment, and I asked them a ton of questions about it. So, and it's like obviously along a duration of time, but yeah, I'm pretty sure when I was dry ice blasting the CRX or any vehicle I've done, there's probably lengths of time where I was at 110, 115 decibels of noise for extended period of time. So yeah, if anyone's watching that doesn't know a lot about that stuff, it's like noise is crazy how it works. I didn't even know like high enough decibel levels can kill you. I didn't even know that. Like sound can be fatal, which is insane. No K cars allowed? I would like to have a K car. 3M had a class action foam earplugs. Arms. Yeah, all the ones we had were, I think they were 3M. I don't know, they were like yellow and pink. They had like a box on the wall and they were like yellow and pink. Did I get to fly in an A-10? No, I never flown. I never did an incentive flight. I did an incentive flight simulator. I did the flight sim of a C-130, which is pretty fun. K-swap a Honda Beat. What's the next plans after the CRX? I don't know. So I said this in the last live stream. I don't even know if like what will happen with YouTube with AI. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Like the algorithm is flooded with AI slop on all forms of social media. And like what YouTube shows you, like when I'm looking for stuff to watch on YouTube, I get so much crap in my feed that I don't want to watch. So I'm like legit worried that I don't even know what will happen a year or two from now. I don't know if I'll even still be able to do this for a living. It's something I think a lot of people that do this for a living are probably wondering about, but yeah, I'm not worried about you guys not wanting to watch it. I'm worried about what happens with algorithms and you guys not knowing that new videos come out. Like the little bell notifications, which I think 10% of you have that turned on. That helps, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of just waiting to see what happens with AI, if I can still continue to do this for a living over the next few years. I don't have any plans of ever stopping doing this because I really like the creative aspect of making YouTube content. The building cars like I do is super expensive, and the overhead on a building like this is super expensive. So I can afford it at the level of viewership I have right now, but if I didn't, and I didn't have Robo Bubble, I wouldn't be able to do this. Like I'm making ends meet, I guess you could say. So I don't know. After the CRX is done, if I'm still able to keep doing what I'm doing, I said I was gonna manual swap the Forester, and I'm gonna stick to that. So that would probably be the next thing. I'll have to buy a crashed STI, and I'll manual swap the Forester, which from my understanding, that's never been done on an SJ generation Forester without doing a complete dash, engine, transmission, everything swap from an STI, which is an option. I could just do an EJ swap from a 15 and up STI in it, but I'm the original owner on the Forester. I bought it new. It's only got 40-something thousand miles on it. And although I do miss the burble boxer sound of an EJ, you don't get that with the FA because the twin scroll turbo. I would argue that FA series engines are a better engine. So I kind of want to keep the original engine. Not opposed to building it, but I would like to keep the original engine in it. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking after the CRX. I'll manual swap the Forester, which should be interesting to do. And then I don't know. Maybe a truck project. I live in the desert and I don't have a long travel pre-runner. Just saying. That would be potentially something I'd consider. I've kind of wanted one since I've lived here. The Quickie washless detailer is awesome. You may not feel comfortable advertising your products, but they're fantastic and actually work. Thanks. The Quickie, when I was testing formulas of chemicals, the Quickie was the one that sold me on that chemical company that makes the chemicals. I used it and I was like, that and the bug and tar remover, that is the only bug and tar remover. I'm not just saying this because it's my brand. I've never used one that worked that good. That and the Quickie is what, like, yeah, I'm using them. Those are the two that sold me on it. A Factory 5 XTF, what's that? Pre-runner. I don't know what truck, I mean, to be fair, I don't want to do another one, but to be fair, a Ranger with the what's it called, TTB? What is it? What's the abbreviation for the suspension on my Graham's Generation Ranger? The twin, they're not A-arms. Twin TTB, right? Twin, no, that's twin torsion beam. What the hell? Someone help me out. I have a brain fart. That Generation Ranger. Twin I-beam, thank you. Twin I-beams. They're kind of like fire for doing that style of a truck. If I was going to do like I don't want to say pre-runner because I'd probably do it to a 4x4, but Mazda B series. That's an underrated pickup truck, I feel, styling-wise, is the Mazda B23, 3, and 4000, same generation. I had one of those before, actually. I really like the earlier, the like 93 to 96, 93 to 97, probably the same as a Ranger. Mazda B series trucks. I think they're such a good-looking truck. I know it's not much different than a Ranger, but. And then they had, what was that special edition they had after that? It's like a race bike guy, Troy something or other. They had a special edition of that Mazda pickup. Ever thought about consulting? That's what I would like to do that in podcast, is type stuff, asking car type questions. The Mazda Fords. They're not real, I think the Mazda Fords are actually Fords though, because the engine is made in Germany. The Cologne V6 is a German-built Ford engine. It uses Ford electronics. It uses the MO5D. The transmission in that truck's Mazda. The MO5D, the 5-speed manual. I think that's Mazda, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I think the Ford Ranger was. The Mazda was a Ford Ranger, not the other way around. It wasn't like the Ranger was a Mazda. I think a lot of people think that, but it was more Ford than it was Mazda. I think even the four-cylinder, because the Mazda engine was the 2.2 liter. The 2.3 in the Ranger was the old Pinto engine. So even that was Ford. I don't think there was much Mazda really in those trucks. Troy Lee Designs, that was the Mazda pickup. An XR4 Ti. I was talking to Charlie about, because he wants a Fox body, even though he has a SY50. He used to have a Fox body. And I was like, what if you did a 5-liter, like a 302 5-liter in a XR4 Ti? That'd be kind of cool, right? I think that'd be a neat car. It'd be like a Merkur Fox body. I don't even think they share anything. I don't think they share anything mechanically between those two cars. The Merkur has independent rear suspension too, doesn't it? You should do individual product videos for Robo Bubble. I want to. I was talking to Karen about doing that. I just haven't had time. Do I work? I work here. I don't have time to go. I have a gym. I converted my living room at my house into a gym. I don't use it as often as I should lately, though. A D21. A D21 would be a really good choice for... They had a factory little desert D21. There was one for sale. I think it's still for sale online. If you search for it, pretty sure it's for sale right now. It was a Baja package. It had like a graphics package. It was like white and red. There was one of those for sale, a D21. Chevy did one too with the square S10. They had a Baja package. Those ones are sick. I've been seeing a lot of those on the road lately too. The square S10s. I've actually, like, I hadn't seen one for the longest time, but then I've just lately seen a couple like really minty ones. Car giveaway in the future. We'll do one next year. It's in the work. I don't know if I'm gonna do a cash only option and a vehicle option again this time, because I don't want to get stuck with another vehicle. Like, I don't want to say I'm stuck with a Z, but I really want someone to take the vehicle, but I understand that not everyone has the space for a 40-year-old Nissan. It's not a practical car. So I haven't thought about what I'm gonna do yet. I don't know. I kind of have an idea of the vehicle, but I haven't thought about like when. Yeah. Merkur is a Ford Sierra, yes. But what was I gonna say? An SVO. I like the SVO. Honestly, my favorite of that era of Mustang is the 4i Foxes. The like 79 to, what was the last year of the 4i? 84, 85? Right? 84, 85 is the last year of the 4i. That's my favorite. I like the 4i's. That was my mom's first car. She had I think it was an 80. It was a Ghia, a 4-cylinder Ghia, and an automatic. I don't think she had it for very long. I can see why if it was an automatic 4-cylinder. But I really like that. Honestly, I like a 70. Like they had that brown, the tan brown. That's the color of the F350 actually. Tan brown 4i Fox. Tan with like brown interior. That'd be sick. They made a V8 Sierra in South Africa, 4-door. Isn't the Sierra, they sold the Sierra here. It's the Scorpio, right? Is that the same thing? The Scorpio sedan? There's one for sale. I just saw it yesterday when I was looking at stuff online for sale. Late 80s Thunderbird SVO. Those are cool. Safety orange Mazda. A Brat, I think a Brat would be a nightmare to get parts for. Sarah, the car runs. What car? What the car runs? The CRX ran. CRX ran right up until I took it apart. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with the original engine for it yet. I'm not gonna run the Z. No. That just feels weird doing that. Scorpio is a Granada in Europe. Yeah, here in the States, I think it was Scorpio. Put a V8 and an 88 Thunderbird. My Graham had a Thunderbird, I feel, before the Ranger. Pretty sure she did. I almost just dumped this water all over me. I don't know if this stuff is sticky. It's just flavored water. I don't think it is. Thank you, the Ryan from Australia. Did I say that right? Australia? I try to say it correctly. Any other Japanese classics I wish I could do a resto mod? Yes, we didn't get them here in the States. The Toyota, it was like mid-70s Toyota, no, what is the name of it? Oh, I don't remember. They have, the hood is weird and it's got 4 circle headlights. They had a coupe version. It's got a weird body line on the back. And I think it had the oldest series of the M engine. What was the oldest of the M series straight sixes? I think it had the oldest iteration of that engine. Crown, yes, it's a Crown coupe. What is that car? That, they look so good. I really like those. Crown, it is a Crown, it's a Crown coupe. And it had a straight six. Someone knows what one it is. It's just called a Crown. It's called a Crown something. Yeah, I think it was like the Cressida was a 4-door. This was a 2-door. You could get it as a 4-door, and I think you could get it as a wagon also. They all looked the same in the front. The wagon was sick looking. It was pre-Cressida, if I remember correctly. We may have actually got it here in the States as a Toyo Pet. I don't know. Might have actually got Imperial Crown Coupe. Possibly it. I don't know if that, I'll look it up after the live stream. That would be sick, but I can only imagine how hard it'd be to get parts for that. I like the SA72, I think is the chassis code, RX-7s, especially because the taillight shape on that. Big fan of those. Also, like I thought of doing like a really, really old car from like the 30s or the 40s, but a Japanese car. Like, I don't even know if I'd be able to find one, but I thought that would be like really neat, like a 30s or 40s Toyota or Mazda or Nissan or something, just super old. That would be kind of neat. I don't even know where I'd find one. What year was the first year that a Japanese car was sold in the States? I'm guessing like 50s. A Crown Majesta? I don't know. I know it's a Crown. I'd have to look it up. I'll look it up and I won't be able to tell you. Oh, wait. I have a phone right here. I feel rude pulling out my phone on a live stream, but I'm doing this just literally. You said Crown Majesta? Crown Majesta Coupe. Let's see if that's it. Oh, that's a new car. What? I think like 1972 is the year I'm thinking of. Crown Majesta Coupe. Yes, that's it. It's got like the 2-circle headlights and the weird line up above it. That is it. I want to say there's another gen of that car. It looks really good too. I don't know if it was a year after or before, but that's the one I was thinking of. It's got the circle headlights and the little weird bar above it. I think those are sick looking. I mean, honestly, one of those with a UZ V8 in it would have been pretty cool too. It would be neat if you could figure out how to do a UR swap, the 5-liter. I don't know, like, electronically how much of a pain that would be. Should be possible. That would be really cool. 5-liter UR swapped, one of those. That'd be awesome. That thing can't weigh much. 58, was that the first year that a Japanese car was sold in the US? First year Toyota being sold 58. What was that, the Stout or the Cruiser? What vehicle was that? And an Accord Aero deck, those are so hard to find. And now someone wants one. Right? They're pretty sick. I swear, I think that Crown was sold in the States. I remember looking at pictures of them and seeing a wagon one. I'm sure they didn't sell a lot, but I feel like that actually was sold in the States. There's probably none in existence right now. Your advice on buying an Infiniti M35X. I would say go for it. That sounds M35X, so it's an 08, so it's the HR version of a VQ, I'm guessing. I would say go for it. I feel like a lot of Nissans from that era get a bad rep, not because they're bad vehicles, just because they've been poorly maintained. I don't think they're, because I owned a 350Z for 9 years, and I never had any issues with it. But I was like super meticulous with my maintenance. The only thing that went bad was the window regulators and the Bose stereo, the auto sound leveling, that. So electronic stuff went wrong with it. Go figure. Wonder how well that will fare for electric cars when they're starting to get old. Early Japanese cars had rust problems. Yeah, it depends on where you live. The 280ZX, I'm sure you guys saw it I think I put it in one of the videos. There's a rust bubble under, just like that big, under one of the taillights where a drain hole is at, and then there's a couple little ones under the windshield cowl where the windshield is at. So that's why, like, when I was doing the paint correction on it and I said I wasn't very happy with the paint on that car, I feel that car deserves a complete, like, respray. But I'm not going to do that on this channel. And I don't know. There's a paint shop in Tucson, Big Sky Collision. I would trust them. They did the TT. When I had the TT repainted, they did the TT and they did a good job. I 100% would recommend them if you're in Tucson and you need paint work. I'd probably just pay them to paint the Z. But I don't know, like, they do collision work, so I don't know if, like, they do custom resprays that often. I don't know if you're in the collision industry, I don't know if it's very profitable to do stuff like that because they're so time consuming. Over 1,000 wasabi? No, that was, what was it, 3,000, wasn't it? It was 3,000. It was 3,000 people is how I ate wasabi. That messed me up when I ate that ball. I don't know if, I'm sure a lot of you watching didn't know that. I ate a ball of wasabi on a live stream because I'm pretty sure it was 3,000 because I usually average around 2,000 concurrent viewers. I'm pretty sure it was 3,000. I ate that ball, like a big blob of wasabi on the live stream. That messed my gut up for the rest of the day. It was just like like a constant dull burning in my stomach from eating that. What year Crown Majesta? 72 is the one I looked up. Spice in your nostrils. No, it wasn't like, wasabi's not hot. It's just kind of like, oh. Thank you, Nick318IS. I know you drive, for the super chat. How long have I been doing this? What does it say? Doesn't it say how long I've been doing this for? You'd think I would know how this works since I do this for a living. We've already been going for, we've been going for an hour. 72 minutes. This is the longest live stream I've ever done. You guys got a bonus live stream this time. Okay, I will do another live stream for you guys. I know I say that and I took a big gap from doing them. And my goal is I'll try to do the podcast stuff for you guys next year. It's gonna be, I was gonna make it Patreon only, but then it might not get out there enough, and then that might make it difficult because then no one will really, only patrons will see it, and then I don't know if it would survive. Like, how do you advertise for your podcast in that sense? So I'm gonna figure out a way to incorporate Patreon into it, so that way, like, patrons will have the ability to answer. I will answer their questions, or I'll read questions for people or something. I'm gonna plug that into it. But my goal next year is I will do it for you guys. And yeah, I recommend watching tomorrow morning's video because it's something different. Like, yeah, it's a different type of video. So, oh, you guys sent me more and I gotta read them. Thank you, Scott. Now I have that Scotty Doesn't Know song stuck in my head. Please do an 89 Probe GT. Probes are sick. I really like the 90s probes too. The 80s boxy probes are sweet. I liked the KLZ engine, the 2.5 liter, or the tiny one in the MX-3. Those sounded really good. Someone found their missing socks. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna end the live stream, and I'll do another one for you guys. So, bye.